Watch and burn.
Hey everybody, so today I want to discuss Rob Zombie's 2007 remake of John Carpenter's Halloween. Wow, I'm not even sure what to say after all these years about this movie. I saw it when it came out like everybody else. It set the Labor Day weekend record or whatever, like every big movie that comes out around Labor Day does every year. And it was initially really well received. And then, I don't know, it just seems like everybody sort of lost so much respect for it like that. I liked how they showed Myers growing up. I liked how you got to see his mother, Deborah. And I liked how Zombie put sort of a trashy sort of trailer park spin on it, like he usually does. And he has Deborah working as a stripper at the Red Rabbit. And I liked how, despite the fact that Michael wasn't growing up in the best circumstances, he was still growing up in a house where Deborah was attempting to show him that she loved him, which she did, and she was doing her best to try and hold this family together, despite the fact that her boyfriend Ronnie, if memory serves, his name was Ronnie, played by the fucking brilliant William Forsythe, he was a worthless piece of shit, didn't do anything. Her daughter's starting to go a little off the rails. And Myers is, of course, Mike, is killing animals. You know, she'll buy him a new gerbil or something, and then the little guy will die because he's taking pleasure in causing harm to smaller creatures, which, as Loomis later informs her, it's a very, very serious warning sign. And then, of course, he kills the bully that's fucking with him, and I loved that. Like, he destroyed that kid, and that was so raw and just so real and so, like, visceral. And then he does his sister's boyfriend in the same fashion in the fucking kitchen after he's done fucking her and he's having something to eat. He beats him to death with the baseball bat. And I liked what Zombie said in regards to that scene about the movie overall. When people asked him, like, are there going to be any inventive kills or whatever? And he said, no. He's like, it's always more horrifying when you see, like, 7-Eleven security footage in 7-Eleven or something where the clerk was beaten to death by some psycho with a baseball bat. He's like, that is always way more horrifying than, you know, some slasher movie twisting somebody up into a pretzel, which is creative and it's fun. But that's a really good point. So when Kid Myers beats his sister's boyfriend to death with a baseball bat, it's brutal. And that's exactly how it would be. So I thought that was cool. It sort of gave a new layer to the Michael Myers story. I also liked how Tyler Mane is huge. I thought that making Myers that big, it's sort of like a signal call for all of the slasher movies. Like if you're going to do a slasher movie, make them that big. You know what I mean? Like Jason Voorhees, played by all the guys that played Jason, they were big dudes, and Kane Hodder was massive. But I do like how Tyler Mane's height, it made him even more imposing. So I thought Zombie nailed that too. I liked everything about this movie. I mean, I love how it came with a 4-hour making of, too, because I just loved watching Zombie assemble this before he seemed to lose it all with the monsters. And I liked how violent it was. I liked how blue this movie was. And I liked how Laurie and her family were really cute. And I love how Dee Wallace was her mom. And I love that Danielle Harris is in this. You know, Danielle Harris is in this, Dee Wallace is in this, Brad Dourif is in this. It's like Zombie's big nod to horror past. So I thought that was really cool, too. I don't get why everyone's so rough on this movie. Yeah, it's far from perfect, but Tyler Mane being as big as he is, that's gotta be worth a lot, because just seeing his size and how imposing he is and how devastating his strength is and how focused his rage is really impressive. And I thought Zombie knocked that out of the park. So I don't get it. I really like this movie. And I'm going to stop talking there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little over 4 minutes while I discussed Rob Zombie's often unliked 2007 remake of the John Carpenter classic Halloween. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. Like always, I'm going to go. Have a good night.